She didn't knock. The door slammed open, and she strode in with him at her side, her boss, the so-called alpha, towering, smug, his arm brushing hers like he already owned her. She wore a smile I hadn't seen in months. Not the gentle one from our early days. No, this was sharp, mocking, designed to cut. "I want a divorce," she announced, her voice steady, rehearsed. Then she tilted her head toward him, lips curling. "He's my future now." The words didn't sting the way she hoped. They confirmed what I already knew, what I had been preparing for. I laughed. Not loud, not unhinged, just enough to make them both uneasy. Then I reached for the envelope I'd left on the table, already waiting. I handed it to her with a calmness that unnerved her smirk. "Read it," I said. Her fingers trembled before she even tore it open. The moment her eyes scanned the first page, her expression drained. The pink of arrogance bled to chalk white. Her lips parted, but no words came. That was when I turned to him, and he realized exactly who he was dealing with. The signs had been there long before tonight. The distance in her eyes when she spoke my name, the late hours she claimed were for work, the phone she clutched tighter than her purse. I'd noticed. Every lie leaves a residue, and I had learned how to collect it. There's a quiet art to suspicion. You don't confront, you observe. You let the guilty bury themselves in routine. The perfume that wasn't hers, the hotel charges on the joint account, the subtle shift in her laugh when she texted someone in secret. She thought I was oblivious. She mistook silence for blindness. But silence is where strategy grows. I didn't rage. I didn't beg. I investigated. Phone records, hotel invoices, GPS logs from the car she thought I never checked. Then the crown jewel, corporate documents, emails, financial irregularities, the kind her boss wouldn't want his board or the authorities to see. While she played her little game of betrayal, I built a case strong enough to crush them both. Patience became my weapon. So when she stormed in, dragging him like some prize, I wasn't the man she thought she could humiliate. I was the man who had been sharpening the blade of truth for months. She read page after page, color draining with every line. First, the evidence of her affair. Every meeting, every payment, every digital trace laid bare. Then, the deeper cut. The documents linking her boss to misconduct that could end his career, if not his freedom. I'd collected enough to detonate their little empire with a single call. Her breath hitched. She whispered, "Where did you? How did you?" But her voice cracked before she finished. I didn't answer. Answers weren't the point. Her boss leaned over, snatching a page from her hand. I watched the arrogance peel from his face as recognition struck. His jaw tightened. His eyes darted from the paper to me, as if searching for a weakness. But I wasn't shaking. I wasn't angry. I was calm, cold, in control. "Future, huh?" I said at last, my voice low, deliberate. He tried to speak, but the words caught. He knew. He understood. This wasn't about romance or betrayal anymore. This was about power, and he had just realized he wasn't the one holding it. My wife reached for me then, desperation replacing cruelty. "Wait, we can talk about this. We can fix—" But the moment was gone. She'd already chosen her stage. She'd already invited me to play the fool. Instead, she'd revealed herself as the spectacle. I stepped closer to him, letting the silence stretch until it suffocated. He didn't move. "You thought she was your future," I said quietly. "What you didn't realize is that she was your downfall." He flinched at the words, and for the first time I saw fear flash across his confident facade. I didn't need to touch him. the papers had already done more damage than my fists ever could. When I walked away, she called after me, begging, stumbling over words she should have spoken months ago. He didn't follow her. He couldn't. His empire was collapsing in his hands, and he knew it. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The silence that filled the room as I closed the door behind me was louder than any apology. Later, alone, I thought about what I'd lost. A marriage. Years of trust turned hollow. A woman who had traded love for ego. But loss has a way of clarifying. She wanted a divorce. She wanted her freedom. She wanted her future. And I gave her all three, just not in the form she imagined. The envelope had taken everything from her. The affair exposed. The future destroyed. The mask shattered. And me? I didn't feel broken. I felt free. I had learned something valuable in the quiet aftermath. Betrayal doesn't define you. It defines them. And the moment you stop playing their game, they realize it was never theirs to begin with. She thought she was choosing power. She thought she was choosing dominance. But in truth, she was choosing me. Because I was the one who decided how this story ended. And I ended it cold.